Some 8% seltzer shipped right to your house. We got the peach, we got the watermelon, we got the pina colada, and the blue raspberry. We are currently live in over 300 stores in Tennessee, Alabama, Georgia, Florida, the Outer Banks in North Carolina. And if you're heading out to the Major League ballparks this summer, make sure to check us out in the Miami Marlins Stadium, as well as Tropicana Field, home to the Tampa Bay Rays, as well as the Tampa Bay Rowdies. We are live inside all three stadiums. So if you're down in Florida this year, check us out. Go to hardafseltzer.com today and check your store locator or order them right to your house.
Welcome to Drinking Bros, presented by GhostBed.com.
Yeah, welcome to Drinkin' Bros, kids. Week 9 NFL Pick'em Show. Brought to you by MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Deal ended. Kids, deal's over. It used to go up to 110%. They did it because we incurred some horrific losses the last few weeks, but not so much this week. All right, one last night. Happy about that. Happy I'm back on the horse. Had Detroit minus 6.5. They came through. Full disclosure here, if you listen to the NFL show only, maybe not Monday Morning Recap or whatever, I did not post any NFL bets in Drinkin' Bros Sports this weekend. It was my wife and I's 10th anniversary. I was in Vegas. We got fucked up. I was not used to the games being on that early, and by the time I woke up, well, let's face it, it was fucking halftime at most of these games. So I refrained, thank God, because there was some massive upsets, which we'll get to in a minute. But quickly here at the top of the show, D'Anthony, we'll talk about what's going on in the NFL, in the NBA. We've had some massive trades go down. First of all, just talked about this on Monday Morning Recap yesterday. The Clippers have traded for James Harden to the 76ers. I don't know why you would do that or how that helps your team there.
What do you mean?
Just a bunch of old dudes now. Reminds me of Old Hogs, the movie there. You got Russ Westbrook, James Harden. Oh, is it Wild Hogs?
Yeah, Old Hogs is what you see in the fucking locker room at the gym. I don't know why old dudes think it's appropriate to just walk around with their dick and nuts out.
I don't either.
Because they stopped caring.
Yeah, I guess
dude, I stopped caring a long time ago, but I don't fucking project that onto other people.
Me neither.
Fucking old piece of shit. I'm going to start snapping their fucking nutsacs off like a roll of paper towels and just leave it spinning.
Have it roll out like an Egyptian scroll. Look, let's go over the starting lineup here. Westbrook, Harden, Paul George, Leonard.
Westbrook's not in the starting lineup.
They've got him listed as a starter because I think somebody else is hurt, correct?
Terrence Mann. So James Harden might be covering down on him.
Okay.
But Mann's only missing today's game. Like he's day to day.
Okay, so he's going to be there. All right.
Yeah. So here will be their starting lineup: Harden, Paul George, Terrence Mann, Kawhi Leonard, and Zubac. And then off the bench, Westbrook, Norman Powell, P.J. Tucker, Mason Plumlee, Amir Coffey.
It's a deep, very old lineup. That is very prone to injury.
It is that's true. It's a fucking high risk, high reward. Yeah.
I got a meme that addresses that, actually.
Go ahead, play this.
This is Clippers doctors seeing a trio for Kawhi and PG.
Oh, that's great. Yep. Yeah.
I'll tell you, over the course of a long season, I would be surprised to get more than 60 games out of any of these guys.
Oh, yeah.
However, if they are in any way healthy going into the playoffs in a 7-game series, having that kind of depth is a massive fucking boost over any other team in the NBA.
Yes, but they've got to be healthy.
If they can figure out how to play together as well.
They got to be healthy. Well, look, Harden's played with Westbrook.
Yeah.
So that's happened before. I don't know how that's going to happen again.
So you're think about the second and third lineups and the crossover lineups that you're going to have. You're going to have Harden on the court with either George or Leonard for extended periods, and then Westbrook on the court with either George or Leonard as well. Whatever combination of those two pairings you can put together that makes sense, where you can play offensively, you still have a defensive stud on the court, and you have a guy that can move the ball around, they're no longer going to have to. Westbrook should never shoot another three-pointer in his career as long as he's here. And that's a good thing for him and for the team, right?
Right.
Because Harden shoots 40%, Paul George shoots 40%, Kawhi Leonard shoots 40%. They've got that covered. This is why Westbrook was a bad idea for the Lakers. But bringing Harden over, I think it is high risk, high reward. There's a very good chance that all of them die. You know what I mean? So, but how is that any different than it was yesterday? It's not.
I guess
because you have one additional dude who might also die, but that either way, it fucks the team.
Harden has one more year left. I actually love this move for the Sixers. I don't know what more you could have gotten for this. I think you get 2 firsts, and 2 second round picks.
I don't
correct?
understand why people keep saying that Harden's done. He's averaging over 20 points and over 10 assists every year for the last 4 years. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's not so much done. It's not so much that it's whether or not he cares. And you take that series last year. He had a couple good games, and then he just disappeared the rest of the series. I just can't figure him out as a person or a leader. And you and I are pretty much in agreement with this on leaders on teams. And he's just not one of them. He wouldn't be the guy. Kawhi Leonard hasn't played since 1938. I don't know when he's coming back or whatever.
He's playing now.
Is he? Okay.
Yeah, he's scoring 23 a game this year.
Hey, look, he's always good if he actually plays. He just doesn't play that much.
Yeah. And then George is scoring 27.
Look,
pretty good.
And he's a fucking gamer, but he's always hurt too. I actually like Paul George out of this whole crew. What were we going to say, Bob? It was, 2 firsts and 2 seconds, right?
And then a pick swap.
And a pick swap. Okay. Look, I love this for the 76ers. I think you had to fucking get rid of this guy. He's a cancer. This is his 4th team in the last 3.5 years. James Harden. Yeah. He's a cancer. Get him the fuck out of there. Get the picks. Get all the fun stuff. Pair up some younger guys with Maxey. Maxey is the future of this franchise. Shit, you might be able to flip him for somebody else here coming up here to help out your season.
Flip who?
Some of these picks. Because they got a lot of them now. So maybe that's what you do and trade for somebody else. We'll see what shakes out over there. But
I mean, I would trade those picks for NBA-ready players now.
Yep.
Like great players.
Because the Sixers have a good team. Yeah, they just needed to get rid of the cancer.
I don't know who it is in the league right now that would be on the move anywhere because the East, everybody's kind of building dynastic teams in the East. They want to hold on to all their talent. I mean, Miami's had opportunities each of the last 2 seasons to send Tyler Hero somewhere, and they've kept him because he's a great scorer. They don't want to get rid of him, right?
Right.
As a matter of fact, this is the bit. Other than the Celtics moving Marcus Smart, which is a great thing for them, I think. Obviously, I think it's bearing fruit already. Aside from that, the East has not been wheeling and dealing that much the past couple years. This is a big fucking move. I don't know if they're going to get somebody to the East, but I do wonder. One of these teams with quote unquote a lot of promise out in the West, like the Timberwolves, for example. They have so many good players on their team. Conley's good. Fucking Anthony Edwards has the potential to be great.
He might be the best in the NBA, to be honest.
He athletically, maybe, yeah. He's like Mike Trout, though. It's like on a nothing team, no fucking motivation to fucking do anything. Karl Anthony Towns is the leader of that team, and what kind of fucking leader is he?
Not one.
You know what I mean? So if they were able to fold all these, I would give every one of those picks I got for Harden and try to get Anthony Edwards or somebody like that, right?
I got a weird one for you, Delco. Do you your mic over there? Yeah. What about Trae Young? Trae Young with Maxey up there out of Atlanta.
You'd be real small in the backcourt.
No, thank you.
Really?
You can't. I mean, you don't win with small guards.
But the shooting on that, but the potential between those guys and how fast the game would move.
But what about have you watched any Golden State games this year so far?
No,
I haven't.
Regular season NBA, I only watch the Sixers. I don't give a fuck about it.
Okay, well, yeah, so fair enough, but Chris Paul is the leader of the second team now.
Okay.
It used to be Clay. Clay used to be the leader of the second team. The difference is Clay cannot create his own shot, and Clay also cannot create shots for other people. So he had to have a ball handler on the court with him all the time. Now you can put your second team, you can have Steph and Clay on the court together, or you can have Steph and Andrew Wiggins on the court together, and then you can have Chris Paul and Clay.
How do they look, by the way?
They look fucking pretty good.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
But
I haven't watched it either. So,
but their center is still Kevon Looney, you know?
I like him. I don't think he's
he's fine, but like if they play against Denver. They're not going to beat Denver.
No.
I don't care. They're very deep now. And they have it. The last time they won the championship, they were very deep. Well, that's not true. The last one they won with KD, that last year, they eked through a little bit. But the year before that, KD's first year, they were pretty deep. And the championship before that, they were really deep. This is the deepest this team has been. They've got Sark, Kuminga's playing ball, Peyton Jr.'s back, Moses Moody is there, and then Chris Paul's leading the second team. They got a really good shot to make the Western Conference Finals here, but there's a lot of competition out there.
Okay. Next up here, trading deadline is today for the NFL. This is the NFL show. Top trade of the day, the Bears traded for Montez Sweat from the Redskins.
On an expiring contract.
They did.
They gave up picks, I believe, right?
Let's see here. This just happened moments ago, so let's see here. They got a 2024 second-round pick.
That's a big pick for a guy on an expiring contract. So you have to assume that the Bears have already talked to Sweat about re-signing him to a long-term deal. Otherwise, this is a fucking crazy move.
Correct.
Or not even crazy, just completely unnecessary.
Yeah, because the Bears don't have any chance at any form of postseason. So why would you do this unless you weren't looking at the future, trying to re-sign this guy forever? It's also being reported that Chase Young is still out there on potentially on the trading block.
I think he'll get traded today.
You think so?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's going to the Bills or somebody like that, to be honest.
Atlanta was in the mix for him, so I'm not really sure.
Some team that wants to play. My guess is, after seeing what Homeboy's doing in Philly, they want an edge rusher that can play 35 snaps a game and just completely fuck shit up, which is that's what Chase Young should be doing.
On the Chiefs.
He's a fucking specialist, you know what I mean?
On the Chiefs.
Him and Chris Jones together would be a problem.
Yeah.
Be a big problem, but I don't think they have the capital.
Chiefs
to
just
get that.
never do anything.
No. But Montez Sweat is in the middle of his best season right now. He's 27, so he's in his prime as a edge rusher. And he's in the middle of his best season. He's on pace for, I think, hold on, let me make sure I'm saying this the right way. 5 more sacks than he's ever had in his career.
Okay.
Right? And on a team that's kind of middling, you know? I mean, they've been okay, but not great. So that's a good pickup for the Bears if they've got the inside. If they did this hoping they get the inside route on re-signing him, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
If they did it after having spoken to him about that, then it's a good move.
One would imagine they spoke to him or his reps this morning.
You'd think so, yeah.
But we'll see.
And then, giving up a second-round draft pick in the next draft for the Bears, it's like they're going to have 3 first-rounders probably. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
They already have 2.
Yeah, they're fine with it.
They have 2 picks that are going to be the top 10, probably the top 5. So, giving up 1 second-rounder, I think they already have another second-rounder next year already. This is... For them, it makes sense.
And for Washington, the draft is so deep next year that a second rounder, they're going to have a great fucking pick there.
Yeah.
So, look, expiring contracts, it is what it is. It didn't work out. Not a bad deal. The next one is puzzling here. Now, the Vikings have acquired Josh Dobbs.
Well, they got to do something.
For Kirk Cousins.
They were
I
also
would have gone with Jameis Winston.
They were also talking to, what's that dick's name?
I would have gone with Crab Legs.
In Tennessee.
Tannehill?
Yeah.
Sure. I would have done that over Josh Dobbs, Tannehill or Crab Legs.
Josh Dobbs has performed well more recently than either of the other 2 guys you said. I know that sounds weird because he's got alopecia and shit, and it freaks you out to look at him.
It does freak me out.
But it is reality, right?
I can't look at him.
Yeah, it's rough.
It freaks me out.
But that is reality. He's performed well more recently than either of those other 2 guys.
And then last but not least.
Because Tannehill starting the season, I mean, there's a reason that a dude that everybody remembers Will Levis for sitting in that chair for what felt like a lifetime.
Sure did.
And now he's like, hey, you know what? Everybody can come suck my dick.
Yeah. Well, it was one game. We'll find out this week.
I've got a new hot girlfriend.
Sure does.
And
a big arm.
I don't have to rely on some fucking rat-faced trailer park skink surfboard to show up for me to perform well. You know what I mean?
And then last but not least here, I've been sent this a million times this morning. I'll look into it, man, but I can't confirm anything this. I know Paul Feinbaum was talking about it like an hour ago. So as if this Michigan story needed to get any more bizarre here with Connor Stallions, CMU, Central Michigan University, is investigating whether or not Michigan's Connor Stallions was on the sideline for an entirely different team in what appears to be some sort of disguise.
Yeah, because 3 CMU staffers right now are former Michigan staffers. That's why. and they were colleagues of his at Michigan.
No fucking way.
And there's no question that it was him.
Is everybody in agreement on this? I saw the pictures, and I can't really tell. Bob, will you pull up Connor Stallions?
It was definitely him. It
Michigan?
wasn't even a good disguise.
I know. It looks like him. I don't want to rush to judgment here, but
Fuck that.
This Michigan story is just so fucking weird every hour that I don't know what's real, what's not real. I just want some clarity on all this shit. So is that him right there, Dan, far right? That's what everybody's saying.
Yeah, man.
Okay. Thoughts, Bob?
This runs deep, man. Fuck yeah, that's him.
Okay.
Yeah, not only is it him, but I think this makes a lot of sense.
He's wearing sunglasses at night, by the way, in a night game. I want to point that out.
Yeah,
is like
that's what made it suspicious. If he should have just painted his face.
Blackface.
Or worn a fucking mask or something.
Do you remember when Bobby Valentine snuck back into that
exactly what I was
game?
gonna
Get a
say.
fake necktie. Oh, yeah. He's just smoking. Wasn't he smoking too? Or,
Yeah,
Or was that
yeah.
Jem Leland used to do that all the time? No, I think that these small, shitty colleges should be feeder programs for the bigger ones. Central Michigan should be a minor league college.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think they should have, why not?
No, look, if we're going to go full pro here, like I think we are here in a few years, yeah, I mean, maybe make
literally-
these smaller schools of feeder schools.
They basically are for players already. The transfer portal's made it
Yep.
that way. It's way more so in basketball than football. This I was using an example I know well. Missouri's basketball team last year, we brought in a new first-year coach. He came from Cleveland State, I believe. He brought in his 4 best players or 3 or 4 best players from Cleveland State, got in 2 or 3 other really good, I guess in football you call them G5, in basketball, mid-major transfers.
Yep.
Immediately made the tournament. Because they're all seniors,
Mm-hmm.
right? Or seniors and juniors, all upperclassmen, all real guys that are going to perform better than a 3-star freshman, certainly right off the bat. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And football's doing that too. You plug, if you whatever you can't get recruiting, or even sometimes what you'd rather have if your team's already good, instead of getting a 5-star offensive lineman that you hope is going to be amazing as a freshman or whatever, just go get this fucking 5th-year senior who was crushing it at Fresno State. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To plug your right guard or whatever, and boom. Now your offensive line is going to be better that year at least.
We might be headed towards that. It's starting to feel like a professional.
You talking about
yeah.
mid-season transfers?
No, I'm talking
why
about
not?
college football as a whole is starting to feel like the NFL. And if we go to this 5-conference thing that it appears we're all going to, I saw the ACC put out a thing that they gave out. They laid out the schedule for the next 7 years. And that's an apparent attempt to keep everybody there and be like, oh, this is what we're doing, and we're here, and we're alive, and doing all this stuff. So maybe it is, I don't know what happens in the NFL or which one you give a shit about more. It's all very odd. This Connor Stallions thing, though, every single fucking day just keeps getting more and more hilarious.
Well, when are the
out of control.
When are the teams going to get the right to trade players?
Not sure.
Like if the player can, at any moment in the middle of the season, the player can quit and enter the transfer portal for the next year at any moment, right?
Yeah.
There's nothing stopping them from doing that. What recourse does the team have there? They have none. So they have rights as well, in my opinion, right?
Yeah.
I agreed that the guys deserve to be paid for what they're doing because billions of dollars have been made on their essential slave labor. Fair enough. But these are still for-profit organizations they're playing for that are giving them the opportunity to make money. Right? So the employer has some rights as well, if it is indeed an employer relationship.
I agree.
So I feel like the team should have the ability to make trades.
They might, and then the players might union up. I mean, I think this thing will get bigger and bigger as the years go on because you're going to be asking kids to play 16, 17 games here next year with the expanded
after that
playoffs.
Northwestern lawsuit, I think they can establish a union.
I think
but
they can
have
too,
to,
yeah.
It'll be complicated because you got to vote on that shit.
It'll be a few years.
Everybody in the 162 Division I, they would all have to vote.
Yeah,
Right.
and I think it'll be a few years, but I think eventually it'll get there. All right, kids, you know the rules. We'll go over last week's wins and losses in the NFL, and then we'll make our picks here for the next week on mybookie.com. Promo code Drinkin Bros. Doubling that first deposits. First up was the Bills Buccaneers. Got back on it. Whew. I lost a lot. Weekend before, I had only won one game on that Sunday and Monday. My streak of these Thursday night fake news shows and the Monday night shows is back on track. Won this one, had that tease down in Drinkin Bros Sports. If you're not in that group on Facebook, subscribe. That is where all the bet slips go. You did win some money off the Fury fight this weekend. If the one bet I posted when I was sober and awake for it. But we got this one, teased it down, teased it up, and then for everybody who bet the Bills minus 8.5, got fucked there on a late score by Baker Mayfield. Send your hatred to him, not to me. But also, I can't really hate him because it pushed the over for me. So I was like, I needed it in a way. Bills are now 5-3. Bucks are heading for the toilet there, 3-4. Not that it matters, you still get a shot in that division. Next up, Rams Cowboys. This was a shocker to me. Had the Cowboys in it, obviously, but I didn't think they would win by fucking 23 points. Jesus Christ. 23 or 43-20 was the final in that one. Dak Prescott looked pretty good.
The Rams are having a really hard time running the ball.
Yeah, they're out of running backs.
Yeah, Darrell Henderson Jr. is like a good third down back, but he shouldn't be getting 12, 15, 20 carries a game.
Didn't have a choice. He's the only one left that's still alive on that roster at running back.
Now they got Royce Freeman, too.
Well, I think they just signed him as well. He was another practice squad guy.
So here's the thing with this game and why it's not surprising. Cowboys fans, we all know they're delusional.
Yeah.
We all know they're fucking insane.
Yep.
But they're not so insane that they see their team go 2-15 and they're like, next year's our year. Their team goes 12-5.
Yep.
And they win games like this where they look hyper competent.
I know.
And then they're like, no, I think we're actually good. I think we, and then it all falls apart.
Your premise is that Cowboys fans are being gaslit by the intermittent success of the Cowboys. That's not a bad theory.
And by the way, I also root for it every year. Like this, I love it, and that's why I bet on it. I was like, of course they're going to win. They're going to go to 5-2. They're going to. I didn't think they looked this good, but like, they're going to get the fan base hyped up. I know.
They're going to lose by 20 this week.
We'll get to it. Vikings Packers. Look, this is the game we lost. Kirk Cousins in. Didn't touch this game. Wasn't really sure what was going to happen here, but Kirk Cousins statistically was having one of the best years of his career here, and was able to rally this team. They were 0-4. Now they're 4-4. Not sure what they're going to do with Josh Dobbs there. I think you can go ahead and write this team off for the year. The Vikings just need to start over, I think, at this point. Kirk got his money, though. Kirko bangs. He got his money. He got paid. And look, take your time coming back from this Achilles.
Well, he didn't get paid.
He did.
Not for this.
He got paid.
Like, he's on a contract here.
He got paid
it's-
for this. From leaving the Redskins and coming, he made a lot of good money.
Pull up his
I know. He bet on himself, and it worked out most times. This time, it didn't work out.
yeah, but
What do you mean it didn't work out?
Pull up his career earnings.
I'm saying because he went into this year again without a contract. He does that all the time.
He wanted a long-term deal. Nobody wanted to give it to him.
It doesn't matter.
He did the best with what he could with his talent. How much? Like, he's over $200 million, right?
$231 million.
Yeah.
But
That's a great life.
And he's gonna get probably, if I had to guess, he's gonna get a 4-year contract for $40 to $45 million
Not off
a
an
year.
He just lost a shit ton of money.
He did, but look, he made $231 million.
There aren't enough quarterbacks to staff every team in the league right now, and he is very good. Not great in prime time or whatever, but any team that's looking
He'll
to pay
be on the Buccaneers next
Yeah.
year. Yeah.
He'll make 40 to 45 mil a year.
They could get him on a discount probably because he likes living there.
Maybe after. I mean, if I was certainly at this point in his career at 36. It's time to start making that kind of decision.
But he also might call it a day.
He pretty much flexed a no trade clause because he didn't want to move his family from Minnesota.
So it might be time to call it a day. And if so, he made $231 million, dude. I remember when he played for Michigan State. He was fine. He was okay. But did I think this guy would go on to make $231 million in the NFL? No, I didn't. I think he maxed out his talent and he did the best he could.
Well, here's what I don't know. I don't know if Minnesota can afford to re-sign him and re-sign Justin Jefferson.
Well, they're going Justin Jefferson all in. Yeah.
Certainly, that's the decision you make, but I don't know if they've got the money to do both.
No.
Jefferson's going to get $25 million a year, probably.
Well, hold on, no. What are they? 2-5 right now?
Who?
The Vikings?
Yeah.
No, they're 4-4.
They're 4-4.
Wait, I thought they were 2-5.
No, they came. They're
They
4-4.
came-
you're right.
Yeah. All right. Well, whatever. This is a deep quarterback class,
Oh yeah.
and now they don't have a fucking quarterback.
Hey, And there was also rumors that they tried to trade him and he didn't want the no trade clause. So, like, if you're the Vikings, perfect time to cut him, draft a new quarterback, start over with this franchise with Justin Jefferson, get him a big arm, and see what happens. Next up was Falcons versus Titans. I told you not to bet this game because it was the Falcons and Ritter and all that.
It's also week 8 with Derrick Henry, which I've told you for 4 years now. Week 8 is where he gets it going.
Yeah. Well, he's gotten it going the last 2 weeks too.
No. He was dog shit last week, but the week before that, week 6, he was good. Week 8. That's his thing. He's only once in his career, I think he's been in the league 9 years. Only once in his career has he had 100-yard rushing games back to back before week 8. But now it's fucking on.
Yeah.
Right? Especially with Will Levis out there throwing darts.
So here's the deal. Both of these teams we've hated all year on this show equally. Now they're fucking fun, man. Taylor Heineke starting for the Falcons. Let's see what happens with all those weapons and him. Looked great in the second half when they finally decided to bench Ritter. Will Levis looked like goddamn John Elway out there. So let's see what happens with his team.
Well, nobody questioned whether Will Levis could throw the ball or not, right? Like, he had the best arm in the draft. Didn't we all agree on that?
We arm, but not accuracy.
You can fucking learn to throw strikes. You know what I mean? Like, you
That's
don't.
just Josh Allen.
Yeah. Look, these were darts, man. I hope it would be one of the greatest, coolest stories of the year if he comes back and just fucking rocks it the rest of the year.
You know what they should do? They should trade for Devontae Adams as well.
Well, they got about an hour left to do it.
I heard Devontae Adams might be going to the Bills too. I'm surprised I haven't heard about that yet.
If that happened,
it's either that or they need to fucking get a running back, right? They got to do something. Otherwise, they're gonna fucking be out in the first round if they even make the goddamn playoffs.
I agree. They got to get a running back, but
Atlanta's defense is pretty good. I know they haven't seen Will Levis before, and this is the first time. This is the first time that D-Hop has looked like D-Hop since he came over to Tennessee. And look, fucking get him the ball, man. And it's the same thing we say about Ohio State. Get fucking Marvin Harrison Jr. the ball.
Just get him the fucking ball.
Get D-Hop the ball. He is one of the top fucking receivers. He's one of the top 5 talent-wise receivers in the NFL. Get him the fucking ball.
We have a lot of Titans fans who are listeners who fucking hate me on a weekly basis. I'm excited now with you. Like, watching Levis play was fun. Watching Hopkins play at his full ability was fun. Henry is always Derrick Henry. Once week 8 kicks in here, so this could be a blast of a team to watch the rest of the year. I could never get my dick hard for Tannehill or Dobbs or any of these guys. What happened? Somebody got traded?
Yeah, hold on.
Who?
Hold on. You know what the other interesting thing about that is fucking Tennessee's been using Malik Willis as a running back.
Oh, get ready to shit.
My phone is blowing up right now inside my pants. What is it?
Chase Young to the Niners.
Wow. Well, that's good because Bosa's not doing shit this year.
Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Are you fucking kidding me? What did they give up for that?
A 3rd-round pick.
My mind is fucking blown off my head. My phone is literally blowing up inside my pocket. Holy shit. Oh, it's all of this. Everybody's saying the same exact thing. Holy fucking, it just would not stop buzzing. And I'm like, either somebody got traded or somebody died in my family.
So Bosa, Hargrave, Armstead, and Chase Young.
You're forgetting the best player on the defense.
Who, Randy Gregory? Who they also picked up?
Fred Warner.
Yeah, Fred Warner. God damn, dude.
And Greenlaw, man. Fuck.
Wow.
That's one of the most punishing front sevens I think I've ever seen.
And Chase Young and Bosa are homies, dude. That could work out like the Philly sitch where you got the Georgia kids there.
They were 1 year apart, right?
Holy shit. Yeah. There was 3 back-to-back defensive rookies of the year out of Ohio State. It was Nick Bosa, Joey Bosa, and Chase Young. And I mean, god damn, dude. Fuck. What a wild move. I was not expecting that, Bob. Live on the NFL show today? Come on, dude.
Fucking
Bills signed Leonard Fournette. Benjamin Love says he's Leonard Fournette is thousands of years old.
Yeah,
some people don't even
going to move the needle.
No, nothing is going to do it for the Bills. They're losers, but
why not pick up somebody good? I just don't get it, dude. Oh, all right. Wow, Chase Young to the Niners. If you're an Eagles fan, you probably didn't want to hear that today. All right, next up was Saints at Colts.
We got more breaking news.
Whoa.
Whoa. Huge story.
Come on.
The Jaguars.
Yeah.
are trading for former Vikings second-round pick, offensive lineman Ezra Cleveland.
Thanks for interrupting the show for that, Delco.
You can go ahead and cut your own mic on that one.
Yeah,
it'd be
you're
great.
so close to just getting raped.
My God.
Right here in front of everybody.
Good for them. Jacksonville 6-2. I'm sure they needed a fucking offensive tackle, but it's not sexy enough for the show. I'm sorry. Neither was the Saints-Colts game. Didn't
Even
give a shit.
sexier as a guard.
Don't care. Yeah.
I mean, it's one of Derek Carr's games where you're like, oh, maybe he's good.
No.
And then, like, next game, he'll throw for 112
Yeah,
yards.
they'll score 16 points. We don't do this shit.
I mean, with that, I know their offensive line is not the best, but, man, with the amount of talent that's on that team, just the results they're getting from him right now are not very good.
I have Alvin Kamara in my fantasy, and he destroys it. He gives me 30 points every week, and I'm like, how is this team not undefeated? And then I'm like, oh, yeah, Derek Carr's there. Next up, Patriots, Dolphins. Gross. Patriots have given up on the season. That's fine. Dolphins look great again. Tua threw 3 TDs. Jets, Giants is the game that I told you you shouldn't ever tell your kids about or watch it or anything else. This is every bit as gross as promised.
Saquon Barkley, who has already had an injury this year, ran the ball 36 times in this
If I'm him,
meaningless
I
game.
Nope.
They're 2-6.
Yep. I get out of there. I fake an injury. I go home and I rest up. He's on the last year of his deal. If he gets hurt on this dog shit
he's fucked
team,
forever.
He's fucked forever.
Like he'll get a couple of more like sub 10 million deals on 1 year, and that'll be it for the rest of his career.
You've got to get out of there, man. It's just fake an injury at that point. 36 carries. I mean, that is so goddamn stupid for a 2-6 team.
Giants defense not bad though. They've been performing pretty well the last couple of weeks. I mean, obviously the Jets offense is kind of anemic on the pass game, but they've got Breece Hall and Dalvin Cook. And
Dalvin Cook wants a trade, by the way. Shit, that's it. Bills. He requested a trade 2 days ago. Get on the fucking horn and trade for Dalvin Cook.
Oh, they got a little time.
You know?
A couple of hours.
I got a couple hours there. That's a good one. That's a great one for you guys. Because they're using Breece Hall. And look, Breece Hall is great. So, get rid of Dalvin Cook. Next up, Jaguars, Steelers. Lost this one. Every time I pick either the Jaguars or win, they lose, and vice versa. I can't figure this team out. They're 6-2. They beat the Steelers. Steelers, the small hands showed up again. Jaguars are 6-2. I lost this game. Eagles versus Commanders. I had this one. Another one that I had at 6.5 points. Why did your buddies say not to buy a half a point? I'm just curious. It works so many times throughout the year, Bob.
Because he wants him to lose.
He wants you to lose? Is that what it is? Your buddy wants that?
It's not his buddy. It's his bookie.
Oh, is it really? Your bookie's the one that's telling you not to buy a half a point?
Oh, no, it's my friend. It's my
Okay.
friend. Yeah.
That's the only, I've won this so many times this year. This was another example of it for this game, and the Eagles ended up covering because of it. So, yeah, man, I don't really get it. I've won, I think, 6 or 8 of these this year on a half a point, including Ohio State. I won 2 games this weekend on this bullshit. Eagles continue to roll at 7-1 and are scoring a lot of points here. Howell looked great in this game, Sam Howell. But now they have no defense. Shit, fan, if you have Sam Howell in fantasy, he's going to be throwing 500 yards a game now that you don't have defense anymore. No. Just traded both your best players. Next up, Texans, Panthers. Another game. Said don't watch this. Don't bother. It was 15-13. I don't know how many field goals that homeboy had there, but Panthers got their first win. Congratulations, I guess. I probably would have tanked out the rest of the year. Oh, their pick's going to the Bears. They don't care anyways.
Yep.
Next up, Browns, Seahawks. Had this one here. This was an odd game, though. The Browns are able to stay in these games with P.J. Tucker somehow because their defense is so good, but it's very strange to me. And Geno Smith is definitely not having the year he had last year. Fantasy-wise, he's only averaging about 13.5, 14 points a game, and it sucked for me. But everybody else is kind of having good games. Walker had 8 carries for 66 yards. Give him the ball more. Strange. But the Seahawks keep winning, and they're 5-2. Next up, Chiefs-Broncos. Another game that the Chiefs just said, I don't feel like playing this week for some reason. Scored 9 points in this game. I didn't watch it, but what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, it was. This is the only sports game I've watched in the last week, and it was bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Russell Wilson actually looked pretty decent when he wasn't getting fucking annihilated by their front seven.
Okay.
I mean, he got sacked and knocked down probably 12 times.
All right.
6. I think he took 6 sacks, but yeah, he looked pretty good. And Javonte Williams their young running back from North Carolina, looked pretty fucking good too.
All right. Ravens Cardinals up next. We had this one. Josh Dobbs is that superstar, dude. 208 in passing, 2 picks, 2 touchdowns there. Now he's the starting quarterback of the Vikings. Have fun, guys. Ravens quietly moved to 6-2 over there. Good for those guys. Bengals just absolutely annihilated the 49ers. 49ers are making moves. Look, the biggest shock in this game, I watched this game, was the defense. Did not look great in this game, so maybe that's why they made the move for Chase Young.
Yeah, I mean, Nick Bosa had half a sack, but he only had 1 solo tackle in the game. He's got 3 sacks this year.
Yeah.
This is shaping up to be the worst. Maybe it's coincidence, right? That he wasn't in any of the camps.
It's every guy that never shows up for camp and gets a big contract is always out of shape. He'll get there towards the end of the year, but not now.
Well, by the time
by
the time he gets there, he's going to be getting subbed out by fucking Randy Gregory or Chase Young,
and that's fine.
Yeah,
Look,
goddamn right, it's fine.
It's great for the 49ers. So good for them that they were able to pull this off. Bears at the Chargers got this game. Look, I don't even know who plays for the Bears anymore. I think it's still that D2 guy, right?
I have no idea who their quarterback is.
Garbage Bag, what's his name?
Shepherd College, who I don't know his name.
His name is like Garbage Bag or Herman.
Isn't his dad like famous?
You know,
28-time arm wrestling champion.
that's right.
God.
That's right.
Over the
bad
top.
I'll
job,
put
though.
some respect on him. Had some money on it. This one turned out great. Last night, Lions, Raiders, another one, dude. Fucking won this game, so had a pretty decent week here this week, thankfully. But the Chiefs would have fucked me bad, by the way. I'll admit that. I would have put money on the Chiefs and lost that one probably. And is there any other game that really got me here? I'm just going off the picks we made on air last week here at this point. No, it would have been a great week this week. I had a decent Sunday night, Monday night, so all right. Let's go. As always, we're brought to you by MyBookie.com. Promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Tons of great shit to bet on. NFL, college, Heisman Trophy, Connor Stallions. Where else is that guy going to keep popping up? What's going to happen to Michigan? Politics. You name it, you can fucking bet on it over at MyBookie.com. Those guys are on it, dude. And in all these games, if you play fantasy football, dude, you can bet on all your favorite players. They got over-unders for all of them, dude. It's fucking rad. Go to MyBookie.com, promo code Drinkin' Bros, doubles your first deposits all the way up to $1,000. And if you want to go to any of these games, go to DrinkinBrosTickets.com. It's about $10 cheaper than StubHub. We got tickets for NFL, college, Taylor Swift, Adele, you fucking name it, rodeos, your mom's house. Well, I probably got tickets for your mom's house. Okay? Not the podcast, but your actual mom's house, where one of you can sleep in their bed again if you want to. Okay? Go to drinkinbrostickets.com. Let's get to this week's picks, shall we? This game was going to be dog shit. I wasn't going to care about this game. Now I care about this game. This is Titans at the Steelers. Pittsburgh -3. We get to see Will Levis again with everybody here. Now I'm going to watch this goddamn game because of Will Levis and Hopkins that are back. Did this re-energize this franchise enough that they'll beat the Steelers at home?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think so, but it is a good start, certainly. The Steelers haven't had a losing season in a very long time. I don't think they're going to start this year.
I don't either. Look, they're still 4-3, but Small Hands has 5 touchdowns and 4 interceptions on the year for Pittsburgh, which is awful. You know what? Oh my God, the over-under is 36.5 in this one. That's great. I tell you what what I always do in this goddamn thing. Every single time. Whenever it's this low, you know exactly where I'm going, kids. I'm going to jack this up. Titans +10. I'm going to take that 7-point teaser in this one because I want to watch it, and I want to watch the whole thing. And that's important to me, too. I want to jack up the Titans to +10, and I'm going to drop this over down to 29.5 and enjoy my life, dude. If you can't break 30 points in the NFL, you don't deserve to be playing it.
Well,
that's a 17-13 game.
They're not going to – oh, you mean combined?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Well, I mean, I think it'll be a higher scoring game than you expect.
So do I. I think Levis we'll at least chuck it around, and whether or not it's interceptions or whatever, I think it'll be fun.
Well, Pittsburgh is third from last in yards allowed this year, and they're 18th in the league in scores or points allowed.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why people think they're going to fucking hold some team that appears to be rejuvenated with two of the best offensive players in football, not Levis, obviously, but
right.
D-Hop and fucking Derrick Henry. No, I think, this is probably like, I don't know, 21-17 or some shit like that.
Yeah.
The over is probably good.
Yeah, and with that plus 10, that'll go either, that can go either way there. And even if the Steelers end up winning and get 10 points on the Titans, give it to me, dude. I'm rooting for the Levis sitch. I think it's a great story. So that's what I'm going to do. Again, subscribe to Drinkin' Bros Sports on Facebook. All the bets will be posted in there, including this one. I'm back. I'm not blacked out in Vegas, so we're all good there. Next up, we got Dolphins at the Chiefs. Best game of the entire week, but D'Anthony, it's in Germany.
Yeah, I'm not watching this. What is it on at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon?
8:30 in the morning.
What the fuck?
Yes. So Bob and I will be up because we got kids. Wives will hate us.
On Sunday?
Yeah. On Sunday.
I'm not watching that.
You probably won't be up.
I wake up at 7.
Dads are the only ones up for this shit because of kids. Like, they call it, what do they call it? The coffee game now or something?
It's coffee sports, man. I swear to God, I have watched, and I've loved tennis my whole life. I have watched more Wimbledon these last 3 years than I have the rest of my life.
Because you're up.
I'm up for every match.
Yeah. So this is great for somebody like me. I'll be up watching this. This is a hard game to bet on, though. This is Chiefs minus 2.5. I know the Chiefs looked like dog shit last week. And I know they got to fly to fucking Germany, right? But I think I'm going to ride with the Dolphins on this one, man. I think the Dolphins have something to prove in this. It's Tyreek Hill against the Chiefs again. And I think Tyreek Hill fucking torches them.
Yeah, I mean, 2.5. It's not a home game.
It's a neutral field. It's in Germany. I don't even know this stadium. I'm sure it's soccer, but some form of soccer stadium.
So the Chiefs are going from Denver, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll take the Dolphins money line.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to take the Dolphins as well in this game. I think Tyreek Hill torches it, and it's fun. I think there's going to be some peace signs, some shit talking, and it's a great fucking game. I just wish it wasn't on this early. I mean, I'll be able to watch it, which is great, but with the kids running around and shit, fuck, man. Yeah, I'll be in and out of it. It'll be on the background. I wish I could pay more attention to it, but I'm all in on the Dolphins on this one. Vikings versus Falcons. Falcons minus 4.5. This is the first time I've said this all year. On this show, I'm all in on the Falcons on this game. At 4.5 with Heineke, it's starter. Did they announce him as the starter this week, Bob? Hang on. I want to make sure they're not jamming Ritter back in there real quick. Not that Josh Dobbs in his first week over there is going to fucking move the needle for the Vikings.
I don't know that he'll play this week, to be honest.
Probably not, right?
I mean, yeah, that's kind of quick. Let's see here the news.
Heineke starting?
Falcons' new QB controversy. Yeah, I'm not. I'll look, but I don't think there's a declared starter yet. Which why would they?
No, that's true. If Heineke starts, I'm all in on the Falcons minus 4.5. Look, you lost your quarterback. That's brutal. You got Josh Dobbs. I'm sure he'll play and try hard, but I've got the Falcons at home in this one.
Yeah.
Heineke looked good that second half. Man.
Yeah, Falcons should win this game. 4.5 is a lot, though.
I don't even know if they'll have a quarterback this week. I think Bob's right. I don't know that Dobbs will be able to make it in time. I mean, he'll be able to fly there, obviously.
Well, who's on their roster? Dobbs doesn't necessarily need to get into game shape or anything. He does need to learn the plays.
He needs to learn the plays.
Jaron Hall from BYU.
No idea.
He's 3 for 4 this year.
Oh, good.
For 23 yards.
Okay, excellent.
His QBR is 4.3.
There we go.
Should be good.
Justin Jefferson's out. Yeah, all in on the Falcons here. Start Heineke. Let's go. We should be at the top of the division right now. Falcons are also 3-1 at home. Next up, we got the Cardinals at the Browns. This is Browns minus 8. Look, I just said this earlier here with that Seahawks game. Strange team, the Browns this year. They're 4-3. They're doing it without Deshaun Watson and somebody named P.J. Walker over there, and they have a great fucking defense. Miles Garrett is the defensive player of the year. He's going to win hands down, I think, and it's not even close if he continues the way he started this year. This is a very fucking odd team, but and now Dobbs is gone from the Cardinals, so I'm assuming this line just moved here. I would check on this because Kyler Murray has been practicing. Does that mean he's going to come back since they traded Dobbs?
Maybe at some point he has to, right? So, fuck, I don't know, man. But there is a new Call of Duty coming out. Early access starts this Friday, as a matter of fact.
Shit, are you serious?
Yeah, and then the full game comes out the 11th. So,
Yeesh, maybe they bring him back after this week.
yeah.
Check back in on this one. Obviously, if Kyler Murray starts, there's a whole different fucking ballgame there. But, yeah, check back on this one. That's probably why the spread is so high. I know Dobbs just got traded.
I'm not sure it makes a difference.
You never know.
And I don't think they'll bring Kyler Murray back for his first game against one of the better performing defenses in the NFL.
Look, the Cardinals are 1-7. If I'm him, I don't bring Kyler Murray back at all. I just rest him the rest of the year. Who gives a shit at this point? Next up, you got the Rams at the Packers. This is Green Bay -3. Why? Anybody figure this one out?
Well, the Rams look like shit. That's
I mean, they don't have
definitely
a
part of it.
running back, but they're still able to wing it. And, you know, I would take the Rams over Green Bay. Green Bay's 2-5.
This is a pick 'em with the home team getting a field goal.
Correct.
So I'm not betting that.
All right. I am. I'm going to take the Rams in this one. I think the Rams beat the Packers here. Yeah, Packers are 2-5. They got nothing to live for here. This is a do or die game for the Rams. They can't go 3-6. So I think they got to try and then see what happens here. Next up, the Redskins at the Patriots. This one just got real interesting. The line dropped down to 3, which is exactly what D'Anthony said. A pick'em game since it's the home team here. Montez Sweat is gone. Chase Young is gone. What does that do to a locker room the week before a game? I don't know. For that reason, I don't touch this game.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems like probably the right call.
Because it's your two defensive leaders there on this team. They're both traded on the exact same day. That locker room on a Tuesday has got to be shell-shocked right now.
Well, Chase Young is not a leader. Montez Sweat is. Chase Young has barely played for them. And when he has played, it hasn't really been that great since his rookie year. So I don't think he's a leader. But
Injuries.
Yeah, it doesn't matter why it is. That's just the reality.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, losing Sweat, losing 2 of your better edge rushers definitely is going to cause some problems. But can Mac Jones and Ramondre Stevenson take advantage of that?
I don't know, man. Look,
Probably not.
who knows? Patriots are one of those teams where they'll just come out and win these weird games. I wouldn't bet this one. I'm going to stay away from it. Next game should not exist. How many times have I said this about the Saints this year? Should not exist in this world or in this life here. This is Saints -7.5 at home against the Bears here. If you're the Bears, what are you doing? Like, does Montez Sweat even play this week, or do you sit him out? He'll certainly make it there in time.
Yeah, you got to play him. He's an edge rusher.
I would
It's not
think,
like
right?
It's not like they run a complicated defensive scheme there. Or anything.
No.
If he was a linebacker, maybe it'll give him some time, but he's an edge rusher.
And he wants to prove himself. Is Fields out, Bob? Is Justin Fields still out? If I'm
I
him,
believe Shepherd College boys still playing.
oh boy. Yeah, again, stay away from this one, man. There's too many unknowns in this fucking thing. If Fields doesn't play, I would say the Saints, and I would take it down. But
I'm not at 7.5.
no, dude.
Derek Carr is incompetent enough to fucking make it a one-score game. 100%. Fuck that.
And with all this talent on this team, he's got 8 touchdowns and 4 interceptions on the year. Gross. Get the fuck out of my fucking
I mean, it's a good ratio, 2-1.
garage, dude.
Technically, right?
Yeah.
It's still within the acceptable parameters, but 8 touchdowns in 8 games, that's not great.
No, it's 1 a game. I hate him.
Nice job on that math, by the way.
Yeah, exactly. You're welcome. I mean, I've got a master's, you know?
Yeah.
So that's why you get this, kids. I'm not just a podcast host. I'm an educator as well. When you go home, tell your wife and kids I learned math today from Ross Patterson. Next up, we got Seahawks at the Ravens. Great fucking game. I'm actually super stoked about this game.
This is
here.
a tough game for both
Sure
of these
is,
teams.
dude.
I mean, they both have a lot of talent on both sides of the ball. The offensive nod you got to give to the Seahawks, but the Ravens, They've been on the come up.
No.
And they've held on in some close games too, which I didn't think they were going to win.
Me neither.
But they haven't really played anybody yet, right? They had that one tough game against Pittsburgh and got beat. But it's at Pittsburgh. It's a hard place to play.
And they beat Cincinnati. Look,
but they beat Cincinnati barely, and when
know.
Cincinnati was dog shit.
I know.
Now, the one that is impressive is how they fucking shit stomped Detroit a couple weeks ago.
Yes.
So if that's what it looks like when you go up against a team, like Detroit has a pretty decent defense too. They got good defensive backs, and they got a good front four, but everything else is a little suspect, I think. Kind of similar to the Seahawks, frankly, right? So I think the Ravens are probably good here. But this is going to be a good game.
So you're taking Ravens minus 5.5?
Yeah.
Okay, here's where I'm going with this because I really want to watch this game, and I'm actually amped about this game. Because you got 5-2 Seahawks, 6-2 Ravens, and you got some fun superstars on the field here. The over-under is 43 in this game. I'm going to hammer the over in this one and just watch it and enjoy it. Because I think this will be a close game, and it's going to end up being a one-score game. It would shock me if it wasn't, but I think the over is pretty safe at 43. Lamar Jackson's been putting up some numbers. Seahawks been putting up some numbers here. I think they clear the 43. Next up, we got the Buccaneers and the Texans. Why?
Here's what I'll say.
Why?
Here's what I'll say. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Baker's not losing in Texas.
Oh, that's right.
So
That's right.
I'll take the Buccaneers
It
plus
is
2.5.
Yeah, I was going to say they're getting 2.5 in this one here. No, I'm not doing any of that today. I'm not doing any of that today with this fucking bullshit. Buccaneers, Texans. I won't watch this game. I'm not going to lie to you and say that I will either. I'd just be a liar.
I'm not going to watch it. I just don't think Baker will lose in Texas. This is one of those games that he wins single-handedly.
He might not. I just don't want to see it or hear about it, man. I think the Texans and C.J. Stroud is a fun story for the future and everything else. I've got Nico Collins in fantasy. He's been great for me. This game is bullshit. So is the next one here. My God, dude.
Yeah, this is even worse.
My God.
Well, I mean, you like Gardner Minshew,
I love
right?
Minshew. Super Bowl. He's a Super Bowl caliber quarterback.
But this game is a race
stuck
to
on
the
a bad
bottom.
Team. It is.
It's a race to the bottom, and they're already both at the bottom.
It's Colts at Panthers. Panthers are 1-6.
There's no reason to
Indy
put any of your money on any of
minus
this.
2.5.
Yeah.
Nope. No.
I mean, you're better off go start a fight. Go to like a middle school and start a fight between two retarded children.
Yeah.
And then bet money on that.
And then bet money on that.
Yeah, that'll be a better use of your time.
Or
and money.
two shellless turtles and just see what happens there. Just skin turtles, dude. Same with this next game, Giants Raiders. Boo. Boy, we've got some stinkers this week, man. This stinks.
It's the over under is 37.5. I'm tempted to take the under in this.
I am too.
To be honest, not even with points, just like straight up 37.5, under 37.5.
Giants at the Raiders, Las Vegas minus 2.5. This game smells like 10,000 Mexicans shitting their hands.
And then
after
they clap
after being on a job site. Yep.
like LeBron pregame.
And just had that
Yeah.
poop spray everywhere.
Yeah.
This is gross, dude. And look, there's nothing you can do. You get to this point in the season, teams are really, really shitty. Like, I mean, who are the Giants starting? Tyrod Taylor went out, so they're down to their third string. I heard Daniel Jones might come back. If I'm him, I don't. I find a rock or a cave or something to hide under or near, and I just run away from this game.
I don't know if hiding near the cave is going to work, but Tommy DeVito is their third string quarterback. He's got -1 yards this year.
Delco loves Tommy DeVito.
I mean, he sounds like a guy from Delco, to be honest.
He's from
Sure
Jersey.
does.
Oh, he's from Cedar Grove,
Yep.
of course. Fucking mook.
Was he
Jesus
he
Christ.
sounds like a quarterback from Rutgers or something like that.
Tommy played at Illinois.
Close.
But
Tommy, you guys on the first name basis?
Oh,
Tommy.
Tommy! Oh,
Tommy
he's pretty
football.
old.
Tommy DeVito.
He transferred. He might have been a Rutgers quarterback at one point.
Gross. Run, hide, fight. Don't go and watch this game. Now the rest of the slate is
No, Syracuse. Close, though.
Close.
Syracuse,
Close.
then he finished at Illinois.
Yeah. Next game is great. Cowboys, Eagles. This is the 4:00 game we are all waiting for. Eagles 7-1. Cowboys 5-2. Eagles -3 at home. I think this is very, very generous. because of the Cowboys win last week. You know the rules on this one, kids. At 3 or 7, I buy a half a point. Buying a half a point on this one, I'm all in on the Eagles. This is where it starts to crash and burn for the Cowboys.
I might take an alt line and go Eagles minus 10 or something like that. I know, Delco, you can't allow yourself to be hopeful in a situation like this because Philly and then Catholic as well.
Yeah.
But I think I might take an alt line that's higher, maybe Philly minus 7 or something
I just
like that.
feel better about ourselves in the playoffs than I do the regular season because it's the fucking NFL.
Yeah, it's true.
It is, but you're at home. It's a field goal over the Cowboys. It's a rivalry. You still want to win this game.
We're going to lose one of these, though.
Maybe the one in December, right? Because then at that point, you'll probably have the division locked up and everything else locked up. But not this one. I'm all in on this.
We have another trade, not as big, but notable, I would call it.
Okay.
Breaking news.
The Browns are trading wide receiver Donovan Peoples-Jones to the Lions.
Oh, shit. Okay. Look, Marvin Jones Jr. for them just checked out mentally. Said he had some personal issues to attend to. Thanked the Lions fans in a very nice post. It wasn't like an Antonio Brown situation. Where
I thought you were going to say Anthony Bourdain where he just hung himself.
No, I didn't do that either. But it wasn't like a Antonio Brown situation where he just ran off the field. This is to replace him. I like this kid. They don't have anyone to throw to him, and he's never had anybody there. He had one very good season with Baker Mayfield, though, which was weird. So good for all right.
Yeah,
this is a good enough move for the Browns.
Last year,
I mean, for the
What's weird
Lions.
about it? He had a quarterback in Baker, you know?
Yeah.
Oh God damn it!
Last year, he had a respectable year. 61 receptions, 839 yards, and that's with the fucking Browns.
Yeah.
And all that stuff.
Yeah. I like this. This is good. And he probably didn't have to give up a lot. What is it? A fourth or a fifth?
I haven't even seen what the trade was. I just know he's going to the Lions.
A bowl of Skyline chili, maybe.
Yeah.
Lifetime Skyline chili.
He's
pass.
going to get jacked off by a prostitute there.
Be great.
But speaking of that, did you see what that dude?
See what Brady Quinn did?
No. Who was the guy that talked shit about Watson this week? Deshaun Watson.
Brady Quinn, I think.
It was Brady Quinn.
Was it Brady
Yeah, it
Quinn?
was Brady Quinn.
He said that for the first, he finally asked for or finally kept his hands to himself or something. What did he say?
No, so the his personal QB coach, Deshaun Watson's personal QB coach, was saying keep my wife's name out your mouth, essentially there. And Brady Quinn's exact quote, Bob, if you could read it in a Bob voice, it would be great because it's perfect.
So Brady Quinn, let's see how it starts here. Brady Quinn said some stuff on Fox Sports Radio, and then Watson's QB coach said, Brady, I'm going to be real. You don't know what the fuck you are talking about, and sit behind a microphone gossiping like a little high school chick. So he said that.
Yep.
And then Brady said, come talk anytime you want in person, open invitation. Quincy Avery says, I just seen you Saturday. I don't have anything I want to talk to you about. I'm telling you, you were talking about things you don't know. Talking on another man who doesn't know you is weak. Brady Quinn, LOL, well, I didn't see you. He goes, point being. Then Brady Quinn just says, how about we massage this conversation and get it to a happy ending? Does that sound satisfactory?
No, that's not the one I'm talking about. That's
the
good.
one that I love the most.
That's
dude.
good, but it's not as good as the one I saw. Give me just a second.
We just saw him, by the way. So we did a charity thing with him last Thursday night in Columbus. Gonna say two things about Brady Quinn. Even better looking in real life, and extremely jacked. Like
Yeah,
I was really fucking shocked.
You didn't realize that? It was like the big thing at the Combine. He benched 225 24 times.
God damn it, dude. I mean, he walked around that room and he was a fucking dude. Like he was a man, dude.
It was Devin Weatherspoon from the Seahawks.
Okay.
And they asked.
I love him, by the way.
Yeah, he's great. They asked him about Watson not playing, right? In the upcoming game. And his response, this is at a presser in front of the fucking logos and everything.
Yeah.
Not like off the cuff in the locker room, but this is just a presser. He says, I guess the doctors over there in Cleveland told him he can't play, and he's finally taking no for an answer. I mean, that is fucking scorched. But,
Yeah, Witherspoon's a boss.
yeah, he's
He
fucking
is.
bad.
He's gonna be. He could be a fucking Hall of Famer if he stays healthy, man. He's got all the fucking talent in the world, that kid. But yeah, Eagles on this one. I'm all in. 2.5. You?
Yep.
Okay. Next up, another great game, dude, to end off Sunday night. So you got this 4:00 game, Cowboys Eagles, and then you got Bills at the Bengals. The Bengals are back, dude. This is Bengals -3. What are you doing this one, man? Bengals have looked real good.
Well, if I'm DeMar Hamlin,
Yep.
probably sit this one out.
Yeah, I think he is.
You know what I mean?
I think he is, yeah.
No, he's back. He's playing again.
Oh, is he playing
Yeah.
again? I didn't
Oh,
know
yeah.
that. Okay. Okay.
But this game, maybe sit it out. Well, he's active. I don't know if he's actually played any minutes yet, but yeah, he maybe sit it out.
Yeah. Who you got in this one?
I'll take the Bengals all day.
Yeah.
The Buffalo Bills are a loser organization. They're coached by losers.
Yep.
The quarterback's a loser. They have no running backs. The Bengals are hitting their stride. They do this almost every year.
Every year.
And they go on a fucking run. Yep. So the Vikings, by the way, but that's over now because homeboy's gone. Both of their best players are gone. But yeah, the Bengals easy -3.
Yeah. You look, you know the rules. I go 2.5. I buy a half a point on the Bengals, and I'm in on the Bengals. Bengals appear to be hitting their stride. Josh Allen will find a way to fuck this up towards the end here, and this is going to be an awesome game, and I'm super stoked to watch it. And these games are great.
Yeah.
There's some shitty games in the middle, and that's it. And then we got a shitty Monday night game to close it out.
I don't think this is a shitty Monday night game.
Chargers at the Jets.
This is the best coach in the league versus the worst coach in the league. That's a good fucking matchup. The best coach in the league with kind of a shitty team. Well, I mean, the defense is great, but the offense is suspect.
Yeah.
And then a very good team with a very shitty coach. Yep. And I've got Jets money line on this. I think they win this game.
This is Chargers -3 in this one. You're going Jets money line. Okay. I won on the Chargers last week, and
When's the last time the Chargers won 2 games?
I know. I'm gonna get burned for this one. I know it already, but I'll buy the half point Chargers -2.5 in this one. I don't like Zach Wilson. I don't believe it. It's crazy, man. Imagine what Herbert would do on this team on the Jets. Fucking A, man. Crazy.
Anybody. Yeah.
Crazy to think about. But there's some really great games this weekend in the NFL, so that's fun. Trades will be happening here for another 2 hours, roughly. So keep an eye on your favorite team out there. Like a lot of these moves already, though. It's enough to get all bricked up. Head on over to Drinkin' Bros Podcast on Patreon. We will be live in 10 minutes over there. We got somebody from the CIA on today?
Yeah.
Great.
Well, not anymore.
Not anymore? Yeah. He's out of there?
We'll see.
It'd be great if it was.
He might be here to spy on us, actually. I don't know.
Maybe.
It's
Is he
hard to
back?
say.
Is he sitting back there?
Yeah.
He was looking. He was Connor Stallions in me back there. He kind of looks like Connor Stallions.
He works for your mom's house, and he came here to tape us.
Pop that fucking camera over there behind you guys.
You can
Look at that, dude.
He's
Connor Stallions is back there spying on the Drinkin' Bros right now, dude. All right, Connor. I fucking see you. Working for your mom's house, dude. Trying to see the cameras, what we're doing over here. Producers dancing all up in the videos. Death row style. Bet with us or against us on mybookie.com, kids. Promo code Drinkin' Bros doubles that first deposit all the way up to $1,000. Go to iTunes, rate the show a 5-star, and leave a quick review. Also, head on over to Spotify. It's just a 5-star, and you can walk away. For D'Anthony Holloway, I'm Ross Patterson. This is the NFL Week 9 Pick'em Show. Good night, everyone.